On April 24th, 2026, Deepseek released its V4 series under the permissive MIT license. The lineup pairs two mixture of experts models: V4 Pro with 1.6 trillion total parameters and 49 billion active, and V4 Flash with 284 billion total and 13 billion active. Both ship a 1 million token default context window, and the weights are downloadable on Hugging Face. In the next few minutes, we cover what V4 is, how it works, why it matters, and how teams can apply it. Let's start with the core idea behind Deepseek V4. Here are the essentials of Deepseek V4 in plain language: what it is and why it was introduced. Deepseek V4 launched on April 24th, 2026 as two mixture of experts models under the MIT license. V4 Pro and V4 Flash both target frontier performance while keeping per-token compute low through sparse expert routing. V4 Pro carries 1.6 trillion total parameters, but activates only 49 billion per token. That sparse design is what makes a model this large practical to serve, since most experts stay idle on any given token. V4 Flash is the lighter sibling at 284 billion total parameters with 13 billion active. It targets faster, cheaper inference for teams that do not need V4 Pro's full capacity but still want the same architecture. Both models default to a 1 million token context window. According to DeepSeek's release notes, output is capped near 384,000 tokens, letting V4 ingest large code bases or document sets in a single pass. Now, let's look at why Deepseek V4 matters in practice. Here is where Deepseek V4 shows up in real products, teams, and decisions. V4 Pro Max, the maximum reasoning effort setting, is positioned as the strongest open-source model available. For teams that want frontier capability without a closed API, that claim makes V4 worth serious evaluation. Benchmarks place V4 near parity with GPT 5.4 on math and question-answering tasks. That closes much of the historic gap between open weights and leading proprietary models on these specific categories. Deepseek prices V4 Pro at $0.435 per million input tokens and $0.87 per million output tokens, the rate that became the standard list price after the launch discount. For high-volume workloads, that is aggressively low compared to most frontier APIs. The weights are downloadable on Hugging Face under MIT, so teams can self-host and fine-tune on their own infrastructure. That removes vendor lock-in and keeps sensitive data inside your own environment. Let us recap the key takeaways on Deepseek V4 and what to do next. Deepseek V4 arrived on April 24th, 2026 under the MIT license, giving us two open-weight mixture of experts models that are free for commercial use. The family spans V4 Pro at 1.6 trillion total parameters with 49 billion active, and V4 Flash at 284 billion total with 13 billion active, covering both maximum capability and efficient serving. Both models default to a 1 million token context window, and benchmarks sit near parity with GPT 5.4 on math and question answering, a notable result for openly licensed weights. We can use V4 Pro via API at $0.435 per million input tokens and $0.87 per million output, or download the Hugging Face weights to self-host and fine-tune. Deepseek V4 puts a 1.6 trillion parameter MIT license model with a 1 million token context window into anyone's hands on Hugging Face or via a low-cost API. If you found this useful, like and subscribe so you do not miss our next AI breakdown. For more information, visit Standarity.com. See you in the next video.